The following podcast is scheduled for one fall with no time limit.
Super hot fire!
The greatest spectacle in podcast entertainment, Mr. Nestlemania.
That was literally verbal diarrhea. I'm setting the bar awfully low. Titus O'Neil keeps running directly into that bar. Get him off my TV, get him off my TV. You make me very angry.
The man who has a better IQ than you, the awe-inspiring JC.
You should go work for WWE because you'd be so up far up Vince's butt.
No.
Oh, you are such a sucker.
You
You
are.
defend everything, all the bad moves they make.
This is the Jobber Knocker Podcast.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of the Jobber Knocker Podcast. As always, it's Nestlemania alongside for the ride is JC. We are ready. We're 1 week or so away from knee in the bank.
Pew, pew, pew. I don't give a shit. Like, okay. So, we normally start this program with, like, shine, yay. But before we get to the shine, I just, like, honestly, this is one of those weeks where it's like, dude, like, why you're not giving us any reason to watch. Like, this was such a convoluted, even the stuff that, like, was good, like, was just so masked and bad that, like, I don't know. You know what I felt like?
What did you feel like, JC?
I felt like Sami Zayn getting thrown in a dumpster.
Oh.
Was how that was literally Vince taking the fans and throwing us all in the dumpster.
Wow.
So I loved the moment, the visual of Braun throwing anyone in the dumpster. I just that's always shine for me. It was hilarious, and it was just, it works. And I think Braun, Sami, even though we've seen it before, I don't mind the two of them together that much because Braun elicits such a reaction from the crowd. Sami elicits such a reaction from the crowd. It could work, but I just have no faith in anything they're doing right now, really. But you know what? We do have to start in the positive. So give us 5 stars on iTunes because we're gonna work. We're working hard for you guys.
We're
right
working
now.
hard for that 5-star review, damn it.
We're working hard for you guys because this shit sucks.
Yeah.
But you know what? We will start in the shine. My favorite part of Raw this week was Mike Rome introing Baron Corbin. That is literally my favorite part of Raw now, just listing off the monikers. I laugh every single time. It's great. It's great. And you know what? Not only that, but Baron Corbin pinned the Universal Champion. Baron Corbin deserves a title shot since we're just handing those things out like, you get a title shot, you get a title shot, you're not even on the show, you get a title shot.
Don't even get me
title
started.
shots for everyone. So you know what? Baron Corbin, stud, super shine of the week.
Super shine.
He's the best. He's the best.
In a world full of heat, there is a super shine.
Yeah.
And his name is Baron Corbin.
He is the lone wolf of shine.
He is the lone wolf of shine.
The
The lone wolf of shine at this point. No,
Yeah.
he's not really. But I mean, I'm looking through my notes already, and I'm like, what did I like?
I liked 2 other things on Raw.
Here's the thing. I appreciated the fact, again, I wouldn't necessarily say this is a shine, but I was excited after last week's, you went off on a tangent about how Ricochet just got in the Money in the Bank. They listened to the program clearly, and they put in Robert Roode against Ricochet to get a qualifying matchup. Now, convoluted as it is.
We did a qualifying match after he already qualified.
Backstage.
Like, what the fuck?
Backstage, they had a thing with him coming in with his mustache and his duffel bag, and I was like, good. This got me psyched for Raw. I was like, maybe they listen to us a little bit more than usual. Maybe they'll understand that this makes a little bit more sense. Because it was a plot hole, and it was something that didn't make any sense. But again, it was a decent match.
Oh, yeah,
I was
of course.
excited for it, and I was like, you know what? This piqued my interest in a week where literally the bar was set very low anyway from the previous week, that I went, oh, Ricochet versus Rude. I didn't think I'd want to see this. But I did.
I think that's the theme of this week is like the in-ring product, very good.
Yep.
But everything around it sucked. And for me, as a fan, the way I watch wrestling, it takes away from it. Because you know what? Even if the match is good, I'm not into it and enjoying it because there's nothing there. But you know what? We're still on the shine. The other shine for me from Raw, Lacey Evans. She
Scented envelopes.
is fucking amazing. Everything, like just everything she does, I love it. She squashes a jobber in front of Alexa and
Jobber
the 3
alert.
other jobbers out there. So that was great.
How dare you? Dana Brooke is trying awfully hard
Hey,
not
you know
to
what?
be.
I'm all for Dana Brooke. It's someone who hasn't been used, who's being used. It's at least something. But it's weird that there's no other Riot Squad or anything, like, whatever. But Lacey, once again, a great promo. because she's the best.
Honey.
And out comes Becky, and we get another brawl. These two, I don't want this feud to end at Money in the Bank. I'm digging everything these two are doing together. It's something fresh. It's something new. It's like the hottest woman character against the hottest woman character. It's like that's how it should be. Fighting for the top title, it should be like the two things you're most interested in the division. And it's right now, it's Becky and Lacey.
Sure.
And that's what the match is. So that makes it must see. And that is the one thing at Money in the Bank I'm very excited for.
Something else that made me very excited about the shine, it's not really a shine about the WWE so much as it is the shine about us, is that we were talking about how much we hate 6-people tags. And last week, they said for SmackDown on Tuesday, it was going to be Charlotte and Mandy and Sonya against, I believe, Bayley, Ember, and Carmella.
Yeah, Charlotte and Bayley
that
weren't in the match
right out of that. I mean, like, when I watched on SmackDown, I went, well then, they are listening to the Jobber Knocker because, quite frankly, if there was a 6-woman tag, it would have made it even worse.
Well, it's just SmackDown does this thing where they advertise a women's match and then never do it.
Sure.
It's literally been a theme. But you know what? We're bearing the lead of what you just did. Always in the shine! You just brought up Mandy Rose, the earliest in the program ever. And you know what? You were coming at me on Twitter being like, oh, JC, how do you feel about Mandy not having audio during her entrance? You know why? Give it to me. Say it.
It's because what
No.
music...
No. The song. Do your part.
You want me to do my part?
Yeah.
Ah!
No, I thought you did the Mandy part.
Oh, I thought that's the first part.
No, it goes Mandy.
Oh, you do the
Yeah. I can't do the Mandy as well as you do. Do it.
Fine. Mandy.
Oh, my God. She pinned Ember Moon.
She did.
She pinned Ember Moon with the most devastating finisher in WWE history. It was beautiful. Kiss the rose, bitch. Soon to be Miss Money in the Bank. Sonya's supporting her like a best friend should because she knows Mandy is the elite of the elitist. Oh, it's great. Another great episode to Mandy's Donuts this week. Love it.
I got to say very quickly that out of everything I've watched this week, it's hilarious to me, besides the fact that the tag match with the Usos and the main event on both Raw and SmackDown were good, and it had a great match. Those were phenomenal matches.
Yes,
in terms of storyline, I was watching it going, this women's tag match has a storyline.
Yeah.
It's that Sonya is selfless. She is doing everything she can to protect Mandy.
Is she?
She is doing everything up until a certain point, until I'm sure they'll pull the trigger. But I'm saying right now, I'm looking at it going, yeah, I can see this. So I'm telling you right now, my hope is going to be interesting in terms of the women's Money in the Bank this week.
Ooh.
So I'll tell you what that is. So that's a little tease for you people that want to listen later on in the program. But going back to it, I was thinking to myself, like, okay, great. Like, there's a women's match that makes sense.
Yep.
It made perfect sense.
Multi-layered.
Yeah, it was good. It had a lot of layers to it, and I didn't mind it. It was a very big shine. Another shine as we go from one Money in the Bank to another Money in the Bank.
Are you skipping past Adventure Time with JC, though?
Well, sure.
Because all I have to say about that is Kairi Sane just spinning that pirate wheel, life goals. Like, that's just, imagine, like, you can just go to your job and someone's speaking for you, talking about how amazing you are, and you can just spin a wheel. That's fucking awesome. I love that. But
you know what really bothers me?
It was amazing.
It's fine. I have nothing wrong with Asuka and Kairi Sane. That's not the issue. What it is for me is it's odd when it's like, here's Paige's music, right? She comes out, and then there's Paige in like 14-inch heels. And I'm watching it going like, I mean, clearly I like it, but I'm looking at it going, she's taller than the two women she's managing, which again, if you flipped it to a male, if there was a male manager taller than the two guys that he was managing, you'd go, one of these things does not look like the other. And I'm looking at it going,
That'd be kind of cool, actually.
It'd be weird, right? But it'd be odd. You wouldn't want Giant Gonzalez taking on Lucha House Party.
Well, I'd rather watch Lucha House Party wrestle than Giant Gonzalez. So maybe that's what they should have done.
Imagine if the Great Khali managed the Singh brothers.
That would be such a cool
That'd
aesthetic.
be so weird.
It's not
so
always,
weird.
I'd be down with that.
Really?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, but
why not be different? Dare to be different, Adam.
The luster. Who the hell is Adam? Who the hell is Adam?
No, well, you're Adam Nestlemania. I'm just JC.
No, that's not true. The J doesn't stand for just.
It stands for
nothing.
Just correct.
Just enough. Anyway, look.
That'd be JE.
Whatever. I'm just trying to say you're just enough correct, not always correct. Anyway, I'm just saying it's weird that Paige walks out with high heels, a leather jacket, not even a little piratey, not a little bit of color like Asuka, nothing. It's just
you wanted to dress up like him, like Drake Maverick did?
Hello.
We all hated that.
Hello. want you to visualize right now. Take a moment.
I'm Adam.
Take a moment.
I'm
Take
not.
a moment.
I'm not.
For everybody on this program that thinks Paige is Paige, take a moment and visualize Paige in pirate gear. Wait, let's have a moment.
The eye patch would be cool.
I'm just saying. Visualize
Do you want
it.
her to get a parrot?
I mean, you know.
Paige the parrot?
Oscar want a cracker? You know, it's just like, I don't care. Give me some sense of a team here. I don't want like, here's like, you know, Hot Topic managing, you know, a Rainbow Color Bright and of course Pirate of the Caribbean. I want some sense of a team. But again, I'm excited for it. I just want that team mentality. That's all.
Yeah, they do got to work on the aesthetics. But
That's
again,
all.
it's a work in progress. And I just love the spinning wheel. I love props, man. Props are great. Like, even if, except for fucking piñatas. All other props are great.
I was about to say that, so I'm glad you clarified.
Props that make sense.
Well, they're Mexican. What do you want from them? They're lucha. Lucha. Piñata.
Okay, we'll go to wherever you were going.
Anyway, actually this works out perfectly because we were talking about, you know, Mexican wrestlers, lucha libre. I'm telling you right now, I am all in on Senor De Niro.
Okay.
I'm telling you right now,
Yeah,
like
I
when
like
he
it.
said that, I was like,
Senor De Niro and El Banco?
Banco. I was like, this is great. I am so in on this. Senor De Niro. I am like, that's all. It doesn't need to be an El Banco. Like, I don't care about
Andrade,
that.
Cien, Senor De Niro, El Banco, Almas.
I'm all in because I was just like, why is he talking? Like, that's what Zelina Vega's for. Why is he talking?
I don't mind him talking a little like he has been.
Yeah, it's okay. It's
As
odd.
long as he doesn't go full Bobby Lashley and try to, you know, stumble through
Articulate,
sentences.
yeah. No, but it just, I watched it and I went, oh, yes. Like, there's so much, like, the one thing I will say about this particular last 2 weeks is that as bad as it has been, there have been people coming to the forefront of the Money in the Bank match where I'm like, yes, a reason to win the Money in the Bank. Just a little bit. Don't sing Hoobastank on this program or else I will beat the ever-living shit out of you. And then Ray Ray is going to be sitting there right now going, what's wrong with Hoobastank? Shut up, Ray Ray, it's bad.
Show me the reason.
No.
Why you're hating
no,
on Hoobastank.
No. The only good Hoobastank song is the
Stank.
first song. The Hoobastank song
Stank.
is Crawling in the Dark. End of story. Everything else after that is bullshit.
Well, now we know what you're into.
What, Crawling in the Dark?
Yeah.
I'm looking for the answer.
Some might call you the Nightcrawler, Nestle.
Well, speaking of things that crawl in the night, we're going to go over to what I believe is still in the shine, the Firefly fun. The Firefly, I can't even do it. Firefly fun.
Funhouse.
Flond House. No, the, made out of flond. The Firefly
There was a
Fun
murder
House.
on that kid show.
Let's talk about this, folks. Let's get excited about this because quite frankly, now I'm doing it again.
Quite frankly.
I'm going to have a stroke on this program. Quite frankly, this program, the third episode, was interesting to me. There were a lot of hidden gems in here. The first episode, they had a sombrero on the wall. Now the sombrero is on the kids. Let's talk about those kids, right? There's a picnic. Indoors. What the hell?
I thought that was creative. What if it was raining out? You still want to have your picnic. You can't do
I mean,
it
the big
outside.
ticket item here is that Mercy eats...
Murdered the rabbit.
Yeah, rambling rabbit, might I add. So, you know, there's that. I'm just saying, those are really the big ticket items here, but there are little things here and there that make me wonder what's going on. A lot of people think that Mercy is the Bray Wyatt version of what we're watching now, which I don't necessarily disagree with, but I don't believe it. Like, I still think that the Rambling Rabbit is this new version of Firefly Bray. Like,
So his old version already killed himself.
Exactly.
Dun dun dun.
Which is why the
eater
heel
of rabbits.
exactly. This is why the heel, or sorry, the was it heel and hurt on his gloves thing happened, and I'm like, so he's gonna have magical powers where he can do all sorts of stuff, right? And I was interested in it because I thought to myself, okay, Waylon Mercy was an old 90s character, which of course was based on of what Bray Wyatt is. So Mercy the Buzzard is fine. And you get into that point where this is where I start like being like Charlie Day, Private Dick Nessel, where I'm like, see here, this is what happened, you see? But like this is literally in my head. I watch it over and over and over again where I'm probably not sleeping thinking about it. But Mercy was Waylon Mercy. He actually had a promo in the 90s about a picnic. for kids in the park. So there is a callback to it. I did some.
You did some research.
I did some research. Go to YouTube. It's an endless black hole of Waylon Mercy promos. There's only like 7 of them, but I watched all of them just to get an idea of what's going on here, folks. Because I want to make sure that we get the upper hand. Because nobody knows except Bray Wyatt, maybe some producers, but we will get there first. Another interesting fan theory that I thought was interesting, not mine. I believe it's on YouTube. I'll try to tweet the link out. But there's a guy out there that believes that Bray Wyatt is in a mental institution, and all of this is in his head in a dark, dark room that he's playing with. He's playing with a puppet that is Sister Abigail and a dead bird.
You really did get down the rabbit hole.
Oh yeah, like I am so into this because I love this stuff. Like I am so detective. Like I love trying to figure out clues. Clue is the best game ever played. One of the best movies, most underrated movies ever made. I guess it's just there's so much that I love about detective stuff. So I hope I figure this shit out because he actually tweeted out that he had 5 or 6 promos.
Subliminal messages, yeah.
And I'm like sitting there, I'm like, well, first off, I'm not going to do it because I know I'm going to let the other kids do the legwork for me. And then I just start watching the tweets come in and I'm like, none of these are right. None of these are right. And of course, he tweets out going, none of you are right. And I'm like, some of you are close. And I'm like, okay, then I'll start looking, but I'm going to get there, JC. I'm going to figure this out.
I hope you do
I am
because
going to
I'm
get
not
to the
gonna do
bottom. I am on top of this case, literally on top of it, and I am ready to figure this shit out because I still think there is a absolute thing that is going to happen here where Bray Wyatt is going to have 3 faces. Like, I think he is going to interchange into three of these things. This is going to happen. It's going to happen.
So this will culminate at the Royal Rumble and he'll enter it 3 times?
I hope so.
The many
and he'll never win. He's pulling a triple header and can't win one time. It's fine. But listen, at least this...
It's intriguing.
To me, it's
Danny, something that is actually intriguing on these shitty shows.
Danny said it completely right on Twitter. Follow him at DQ of the JK because he deserves a special shout out. But look, he had it right. In a world full of shit, this is interesting.
Yeah.
You know, and I totally agree with him where I am fascinated. I will watch it backwards, forwards. I'm telling you right now, I'm looking at fan theories. I'm watching what people are tweeting. I'm telling you, JC, I am all over this. I'm not going to figure it out because I'm going to drive myself up a fucking wall. I'm telling you the week that I'm off, a month from now, we'll finally get answers, and I won't even be able to talk about it. I'm going to be on a plane angry while you're sitting here going, yeah, I figured it out the whole time. I'm going to be so angry at you.
I knew all along. It was me all along.
So yeah, I am all in. Another very quick fact is that people are looking at the logo now. There are 6 fireflies and there are 6 children that were at the picnic. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, these people are going everywhere. They're looking at things that are out of place. They're looking at numbers. It's just like, it is getting to a point where he is absolutely doing exactly what he's supposed to be doing. The first time in his life, out of the 5 or 6 years Bray Wyatt has been around, he has finally driven his fans crazy. That's it. He's made his fans crazy. And I'm in. I'm so in.
You are so excited talking about this.
This is the only light. He actually said he'll light the way.
Yeah.
And the whole week has been darkness. I believe
him and Mandy lighting the shine for us.
Oh, stop it.
Keeping the lights on in the jobber knocker. Mandy and Bray.
Not in that particular order for me, but still, I'm excited. I
was just going in reverse alphabetical order because that makes sense.
Yeah, exactly. I hope that Bray Wyatt's Firefly Funhouse, as I enunciate, never ends. I know it will. But
we'll have a very good time.
No, you're not even close. Never, ever end. We'll see you next week. All you got to do is let me in. So there it is. Let me in.
I liked it. One more piece of shine. Lars Sullivan, yeah! Destroying the geriatrics backstage on SmackDown. Absolutely loved it. Matt Hardy is now, fighting
Kombat,
George Mizanin at WrestleMania. But hey, like we said, always in the shine, just like Mandy, Lars destroying geriatrics.
Can we really expound upon this Matt Hardy thing for a minute? Like he's right there. Pause. Fisticuffs.
So
it's just like why?
So
why wouldn't you just throw a punch, be like truth, duck, and then whack him? And
because
then
Matt Hardy knows how to entertain us.
Oh, I'm not disagreeing with that.
That's what I'm saying. Like he just gets it. That's why he's good.
Here, first off, can we also put on the fact that Matt Hardy was willing to be thrown into a bathroom, and then R-Truth was like, "I'll take the power bomb through the table." It's just like, I get what they're doing. It's just like small steps for him. But there's only one monster, and I feel like Braun isn't going to get any treatment anymore because this
he's
is
a good
Lars,
guy.
baby.
Braun's a good guy.
Yeah, but
they're on
Lars-
different shows,
Yeah.
except for when they decide to pull wild cards.
Wild card, bitches! We're already, 19 minutes into this program, and I had to pull that out. But look, I'm excited for the Lars bar.
Yeah.
I am.
Isn't it crazy?
Yeah.
Like, we're just out, and now it's just like, it's just...
Never have him talk. Just have him destruct. That's all it is. Just he is the suplex Shrek. He is the ogre. That's it. Just let him beat guys up. That's it. I don't care. I don't want to ever see him wrestle. I know that's going to happen.
No, I'm fine. He's actually a decent wrestler. Like I said, every time, like in NXT, when I watched him wrestle, I was surprised how impressed I was with how entertaining he was in the ring and how he didn't suck.
Imagine if Lars and Braun got together. How ridiculous that tag team would be.
I mean, that's probably the WrestleMania feud. Vince is like, ah! Ah!
Okay. Lars bar.
Yeah.
Anything else that
Nope.
you really? Wow.
Like I said, all the other stuff that I enjoyed had such battle that I didn't really enjoy it. They ruined it.
Very quickly though, like, do we want to talk about the main events? Do we think that's heat
You
or?
can talk about whatever you want.
I'm just thinking. I just want to say very
What
quickly.
else is shine for you? Because I'm out.
Okay, the only thing
My pot of gold's empty. It's a pot of shit. Crock of shit might be better.
You're a leprechaun?
No, I'm not Irish. Do I look like that?
I don't know what
I
you
don't
are.
have red hair. And a little bit of a red beard.
Yeah, I was gonna say the beard's a little red.
I'm
Anyway,
not Sheamus.
the only thing that I would
Not
say
a
that I'm
fella.
very, very excited about was that I thought that Kofi this week looked a little
Kofi's
unbeatable.
great.
Unbeatable. And I think that was something that we can't just throw under the rug.
No, I
here.
don't disagree.
I think that the matches that were put in there, I'm not going to get into the matches specifically, but the outcomes of making him look unbeatable, giving him that babyface, I don't care, I'll take on all comers attitude, it's been nice, it's refreshing, it's not overly done yet, and I think that it's like, yes, where was this 3 weeks ago? I would have appreciated it right out of the gate, but I know we got to get through the flim-flam of the stupid superstar shakeup, but God, like, I am so much more into this.
There was one word that you said there is why it
Flim-flam,
No,
exactly.
you said yet.
No,
Because here's the biggest thing with me with why this wild card thing is a crock of shit and sucks. Because you're overexposing the same people, which is how people get stale and how you blow your load on all this shit.
Whoa.
And it's just how it is. They get stale, but what it also does is by overexposing that, you're underexposing the rest of your roster, and this is why you can't build any of them up because we never see them. And if you do, it's just in a quick match losing. Think of all like the mid carders that aren't going to get opportunities now again. The whole point of the brand split was because WWE has so much talent. Why not build them all? They're just so fucking bad at doing it. They have more talent than they've ever had, and they don't know what to do. They just think like, oh, Roman Reigns in every match, Seth Rollins in every segment. And now it's like, know why Kofi works? Kofi wasn't
different.
supposed to fucking go on this run. Kofi's been like a Cesaro. You don't even fucking see him. He comes out as a sideshow and throws pancakes as part of a tag team.
Stop throwing
But then
pancakes.
literally, what they did is 1 week, they're like, shit, someone's injured. We got to go throw someone in. You know what? Let's just have Kofi put on a show. It was a last-minute thing, and it happened organically. And it's like, oh, my God, this guy is such a megastar, and we haven't been using him for fucking 11 years.
Yep.
Do you know how many other guys are like that, too?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't get how they don't see the fucking paradox here. Like, the one guy we're loving is Kofi, and it's because you gave him a chance. But now by doing this, it's like, you're like, okay, now we're just going to put Kofi there. And right now it's great because we love Kofi.
Yeah.
But I'm not
Eventually it'll end.
Exactly. I'm not going to be short-sighted with it because it's always, he's the new shiny toy, and we haven't seen him forever, and he's great. And Kofi's amazing. He's always going to be amazing. But eventually you're going to run out of steam. Mm-hmm. Because you're blowing it all at once, as opposed to having builds and spacing it out and allowing tons of other people. Because here's the problem. Once Kofi knocks these people down, you're running out of people from knocked down. And it's like, oh, we're just going to put the same ones back. Whereas suppose like someone's actually getting built on the side, you could eventually move that domino in the line to maybe they either knock Kofi off or Kofi continues to knock them off. It's a cycle. And instead, they're just like, it's just like a line. They go back and forth. Mm-hmm. When it's a fucking circle, they just don't use the rest of the circle. Fucking dumb.
Are we in the heat yet?
Yeah.
Okay, we're in the heat. There you go. Still, my iPad died. I'm sorry,
It's frustrating to me, man. And that's why this wild card rule, it doesn't make sense. They're just literally, like, their mistake is that they overexpose the same stars. They push them down our throats, and they don't build the other people. So now they're making a rule which accentuates that, which persist the problem as opposed to being like, you know what? Like that first week of the shakeup, why it felt so good. There's all these guys like, oh my God, Cesaro versus Cedric Alexander. Two guys that literally haven't really been on TV since, but they went out there and I was like, this is fresh. This is refreshing. These are more guys. If they have a little bit of time every week or every other week, they're on our minds. You're slowly building them. They're seeing what they can do and be like, oh, wow, Cedric Alexander does that cool move. I'd love to see that again. Or, oh, God, I forgot how much I love Cesaro. But instead, they push him away. And maybe next week, Cesaro comes out and just jobs to McIntyre. But it's not going to feel the same because we just haven't seen him. Mm-hmm. Instead, they're like, oh, just have 6-man tags, 8-man tags, 50 promos of the same people. Oh, you know what? Let's just have the same 4 people wrestle on both shows. It's dumb. It's short-sighted. Literally, it's like either have a brand split or don't have a brand split. You can't, this halfway shit makes no fucking sense.
The dirtiest of sheets have implied
I don't give a
something.
shit what they say.
Okay.
They might be breaking away from it, then just do it. Fucking pull the plug on your fucking brand split if you're not going to do it. You either have it or you don't.
I know. I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm not
sense.
disagreeing with you. I'm just saying, so let's play with that for a second in catnip here. What exactly would you do? Because if they say, Fox comes to you, USA comes to you and says this this brand split is really just not working, and we don't want it for coming on October or now or whatever. We want all the stars on all of our shows. What would you do?
I would either this is perpetuating their problem. They have more talent on the roster now than they ever have. If they were doing it right, they'd have topless stars on one show and topless stars on another show, and it wouldn't be an issue. But they painted themselves in the corner where Vince is literally screaming like, I need Roman Reigns, he's my biggest star. And they'd be like, okay, well then why isn't he on my show? It's like their own doing. Whereas if you've truly built up Seth Rollins or Kofi or AJ, they'd be like, man, we got these two things and they don't, and it would feel different. Mm-hmm. But they put themselves in the corner now with this, that the only good solution is to end the brand split. But again, that's just going to be like, then it's going to be how it was. The two shows, they're just going to be so diluted because you're going to put the same people on both shows. Then the bottom of your roster is getting no attention, and it's just you're not building that next level.
Yeah,
it's just every decision they're making. It's just perpetuating the same problem. Instead of fixing it, they keep throwing Band-Aids on it. You can't throw Band-Aids on fucking, if someone...
bullet holes, yeah.
Literally, rip off their... you literally chopped off someone's leg and you're put a Band-Aid on it. Mm-hmm. What? Cauterize that shit, sew it up, give him a new fucking leg, make him fucking Superman.
Superman wouldn't do that, but that's fine. Superman's made of steel. He's the man of steel, but that's a whole other thing.
Maybe Kryptonite cut off his leg. I don't fucking know.
Oh, a Kryptonite laser cutter. I like it.
There you go.
What a Lex Luthor thing to do. Anyway, let's get back to something else, because I would say this much. About the wild card, I understand why they're implying it. I get why they're doing it. It doesn't make sense, but I get why they're doing it. And the other thing, too, is jumping off of what you said, JC, is just this is the part of where WWE made it that the WWE's biggest star are those 3 letters, WWE. And that the fact that if they had just elevated someone to become the next Rock or the next Austin, like I know that, or John Cena even, or whatever, you wouldn't be in this particular instance.
Well, they've tried to do it with Roman Reigns. The fans just won't have it.
The thing is that they're not, and they've definitely screwed themselves in the pooch, because they're looking at WWE being the strengthened brand that it is, because they're so brand conscious. It's like, oh, we're doing this thing because it's the WWE. It doesn't matter that Roman Reigns is there, or John Cena's not there, or Kofi Kingston is the WWE champion, or Universal champion is Seth Rollins, or Becky, who was red hot, is now just sizzled out. Really, in my opinion.
I still think that's the best part, is Becky Lacey.
Right, but I'm looking at it going think of
But she even got overexposed. That's the problem.
That's the problem.
Double champ,
yeah.
Overexposed.
Yeah, it's just there's too many things where I look at it and go you had it. You had everything. And yet you still found a way to screw it up.
Yep.
Some of us never get to that point of reaching that goal of getting something, that aha moment that makes us millions of dollars. They fumbled so many times and yet still make millions of dollars. So it's baffling to me that these people can't get out of their own way, because I'm literally sitting there going, man, if I didn't, and we've talked about this before, obviously, you've said it on this program plenty of times. If we weren't doing this podcast, we don't know if we'd be watching.
I wouldn't be watching, legitimately. But the reason why I'm watching is because I like talking about it with you and
Sure.
other people like our team and my friends. That's the only reason. But I did not enjoy watching this week, and it sucked because there were a lot of good things that happened, but it felt like a chore to scroll through Raw and SmackDown.
Yeah, it was.
And it shouldn't feel like that. It shouldn't. Especially Money in the Bank's coming up.
Yeah.
We're coming off the best WrestleMania in forever. They do this shakeup where we have all these new fresh things, but literally their logic and their storylines or their complete lack thereof and this nonsensical shit is just diluted everything and it just takes out of it. It's just like your week-to-week product means nothing. Mm-hmm. Like you have proven that. You can easily be a fan just by watching the pay-per-views.
Right.
Because when I turn on to fucking watch Raw, every fucking 5 minutes there's a fucking recap of something
there it is.
or some other useless shit. Overexposed. Yep. Nothing special. And then so now it can be like, okay, I'll just, you're posting everything on YouTube or Twitter anyways, I'll just watch it there. Mm-hmm. It's just your week-to-week product is useless. You've made it that we don't have to watch your shows to see what we need because on your shows are so filled with shit. Never mind commercials, which we don't like anyways, but they're so filled with shit with these packages that I rather just pick the 3 things that I care about on YouTube and call it a day.
Sure.
Because it saves me, a lot of time, and time is money, baby. Time is money.
Senor De Niro.
It's all about the money. Senor De Niro and El Banco. Give me that money, baby. So you're taking my time, you're taking my fucking money?
Yeah.
Fuck off.
Yep.
I ain't fucking with that. Time and money. Time is money.
The recap thing is just, I don't want to harp on it too much, but the recap thing is just so bad on SmackDown. Unfortunately, I had nothing to do because my wife was working.
I know you were watching live. I was like watching half hour.
I was trying, the thing is I watch Raw. Never watch Raw live anymore because I can't. It's just too much. So I'll fast forward through it, and I'll be able to get through Raw within like an hour and a half, 2 hours, which saves me a bundle of time. And then on SmackDown, I watched live because I had nothing to do. But the recaps and the packages, like I appreciate the Roman Reigns package as much as everybody else. Like it was a well done package. I did not appreciate the fact that they omitted so much.
Wow. And
they put in the chance for Roman Reigns when clearly at that that Royal Rumble they were not cheering him. It's just like stuff like that it's like we're not stupid. And I think that what the WWE is starting to realize, or at least they can't ignore at this point, is that they've felt for the longest time that we tell you what you like. And that model does not work. It's not going to work, especially nowadays, especially where people's habits change. We're like, if we don't like something, there's that click. It's gone. If we don't like that, we're on to something else completely.
We can click to anything we want in a second nowadays. Like there's anything you can imagine is available to you.
Yeah.
Whether in your hand on a phone or in a remote through a TV, because a fucking TV's connected to the internet now, or on your iPad, on your laptop, whatever you're doing, like there are a million other choices. So if you're going to give me fucking shit, then I'm just going to be like, see ya, dink.
I think he has that copyrighted, but we shouldn't use that. Anyway, but here's other stuff that and I know we're going to spend a lot of time in the heat, but here's another thing too. Monday Night Raw started off with Vince McMahon, Roman Reigns, Daniel Bryan, Kofi, and Drew. We talk about the Wildcard rule, which again we've already shit on anyway. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't. By the way, they say it's 3, then it's 4. It is Monday Night Rerun. We know.
WrestleMania edition of Monday Night Rerun.
It was, but
it took them a few weeks, but they got there.
Yeah, exactly.
No more backlash. We're just gonna do it on TV.
It's just the whole thing was just so bizarre because it's like
bizarre.
They do the whole promo, right? We talk about the wild card rule, which again, they start with 3, then 4, then they got to 5 on SmackDown when they didn't even slide it in. It's like they don't even adhere to
5 on Raw too.
They don't even adhere to their own rules. So it's just like, why don't you just say, listen, both shows are open gate, whatever, that's fine. It is what it is, but your home is where your home is. You want to have a war on the other show? That's fine. You can go invade it, but your home is this particular show.
Too convoluted.
It's just hard. It's just so bad. Like, I was excited that the Usos were there. I was excited that Elias, did whatever, but it's just like, there's so many things where I'm just like, we used to watch wrestling and go, Vince McMahon would go, anything can happen on the WWE, whatever, or WWF. That's what we grew up on. That's what we expect. But it's just like, how much longer can you watch a program and go, what am I watching? It's not that I can't expect it, and I don't want to be like, something is so bad I can't call it, but it's just like, I want to be able to be surprised and enjoyed that I'm watching this show if I'm plotting down 5 hours of my time.
Well, I think a big part of it is, what do we always harp on with wrestling? It's like, we're already in this fictional world.
Yeah.
We're believing a lot, but you set boundaries for us so we understand. This is literally like, we have a brand split, we have 2 sets of every titles, but now it's like, people can do whatever the fuck they want. It's like, well, then what's the point of having 2 titles and 2 different shows? Just have one 5-hour show, like, thing a week, like a total. You go, like, you do whatever you want, have 1 set of titles. There's 1 world champion, 1 women's champion, 1 men's tag, 1 women's tag, like, 1 fucking cruiserweight, and then you can have your stupid mid-cards. But, like, just having the 2 different, it's just, you have an undefined universe now that just, as a fan, you can't keep up with it. And then if you're a casual, you come in, you have no fucking idea what's going on.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just, it's bad. And yeah, Vince all over fucking Raw. You know why I didn't like SmackDown? You know who was literally on TV for like an hour on SmackDown? Shane fucking McMahon. Let's run through it here. So he's involved, he comes out and talks about his feud with like Reigns and Elias, talks about a feud with Miz. Then all of a sudden, he's announcing the tag title thing. He's out there for that entire thing, celebrates with the new champions, blah, 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 and then he's still in the fucking ring, and he's cutting another promo, and then Miz attacks him. That is legit like an hour straight of Shane fucking McMahon. Like, your solution to, there's going to be no more authority, you're the authority, is to put the most authority on TV than they've ever had.
Oh, yeah.
Like, Vince and Shane, Vince was the biggest part of Raw, Shane was the biggest part of SmackDown.
Yeah.
And you don't see the fucking problem?
Mm-hmm.
You don't see the fucking problem. As good as Shane has been as a heel character for, like, The Miz and that feud, it's like now he's in 2 feuds. He's involved now all of a sudden in the tag division. It's just, you have so much stuff. Buddy Murphy makes his debut on SmackDown during a fucking commercial break, cuts a fucking A-plus promo on Ali, but you never see it except for on the .com exclusive because we needed to have 6 different Shane McMahon promos.
It's true.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Nah.
Oh my God! What are you doing? What the fuck are you doing?
It's true.
And as cool as the tag team thing was, the Usos coming over there, they're not even in the fucking division, so you know they're not fucking winning. So as good as, like, I'm watching the match because I'm enjoying it, but I'm not really invested because it's like, I know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
I know what's going to happen. The Usos are not winning this fucking match. Mm-hmm. And oh, by the way, you pretty much said that, a tag team that's never fought as a tag team is more valuable than all the tag teams we have back in the back on SmackDown.
Exactly.
Like, it would have been better if Shane would have just came out and gave it to the fucking B team, because at least they're a fucking tag team, and at least he was already fucking teamed up with them.
He couldn't. No,
it would have been horrible too. But it's like, what I love the end result of Daniel Bryan and Rowan winning is fucking great.
Yeah.
But it's like, at least they tease the thing with Heavy Machinery.
Sure.
It's like, at least there's something. But it's like, you have other tag teams, and now you just tell us they don't matter. Like, nothing matters.
You want to talk about something that doesn't matter?
That's fucking, yeah, do it.
All right, here's something that doesn't matter. Here's a stat, since you're a stat guy. Yeah, I saw that. Okay. Since you're a stat guy, here's something that because I was so angry watching Raw. So we had that long-ass promo. Then AJ comes out, and, the whole Vince thing, whatever. And it's just literally the first touch of physical contact of any type of action started at, you ready for this? 30 minutes, 47 seconds. The first half hour, essentially, we didn't need to see.
Yep.
The first half hour of what was split up into 6 half hours for a 3-hour program.
Monday Night Fast Forward.
The first fucking half hour, there was no action. Not one even touch. Physical harm was not done until the second half hour.
Yep.
And then you wonder why we don't watch. Like, I want to be an ambassador to wrestling and be like, yes, come watch. It's fun. When you get to watch with friends and talk about it, there's nothing else like it. I wish I could scream it from the rooftops. I love wrestling, but right now, I don't. And it's just like, why? Like, it is so much more fun to come on this program and talk about it than it is watching it. That's it. Like,
exactly.
That's why we do it.
And when was the last time, because Raw always starts the promo now, when was the last time if, say, Raw kicked off like this, it hits, like, Cedric Alexander's music, he's coming down to the ring, then all of a sudden it hits, like, someone else's music.
Yeah.
And then immediately, we have a match, 2 minutes in the show. It can be a quick 5-minute match, but it gets the crowd up, like, yeah, he does a couple flippy dips and fucking chiropractic finisher thing he does, whatever it's called, the back thing?
The lumbar check.
The lumbar check. That's what I was looking for. Words are not always my friend.
You go to a chiropractor
I
before
know,
every podcast.
But I don't get a lumbar check. I get 3 cracks. I don't know what that shit's called. That probably is a lumbar.
3 cracks and that's it? You must be getting taken.
It's neck, middle, and bottom, bro.
Your neck, your back, your blank, and your crack.
My neck, back, and my ass crack. Yeah. Yeah, no, but just when is the last time we saw that? Raw always starts with like, burn it down. I'm gonna come out here and talk to him, sir. No chance in hell. Hey, guys, or Shane. Hey, yeah, or Steph. Yeah. Hey, or Triple H. It's like fucking shit. Shit, poop, crap, sucks, garbage.
Yep.
Hot, steaming garbage.
Oh, yeah.
Where should we go next?
Whew. We needed a moment there. Holy crap.
Yeah, I thought last week I had a lot of heat, and I hate fucking being negative. You know that.
Oh, I know.
But this shit is just, it's painful. All right, let's talk about the Raw Tag Champs. So we know the Revival and the Iconics are in their own category.
Right.
Like, they don't get entrances and they lose. Well, so now the Raw Tag Team Champions don't get an entrance and they just get fucking jobbed out.
Yep.
Which I have no problem with the War Raiders taking those fucking things off them. But, like, at least make them a threat.
The Viking Raiders, by the way.
Whatever the fuck they're called. I don't care. You're gonna have Hawkins and Ryder lose, and they're just gonna go back to fucking hokey dokey doke. You have an opportunity here to make them actually legitimate, and they have fucking good matches because they're both good wrestlers. So have them like win a little bit here and look not like fucking chumps. So then when they do lose, at least they're a threat. God, they're fucking pathetic. They're so short-sighted. That's what pisses me off. They're so short-sighted, and they wonder why they can't get us to invest long-term because they're fucking short-sighted. This week was the ultimate fucking short-sighted.
Hey, another jobber match happened with Lucha House Party. Although it was a 6-man tag.
That was a 6-man jobber match.
That was a 6-man jobber match. I didn't think we'd see that, but it is what it is.
You know what? Honestly, in terms of heat this week, like that would normally be
number one. Absolutely.
That I just
but
no,
it can't be.
That's just I don't care. I don't like whatever. That's at least it was something that wasn't like people on the Ron show or whatever. But
Dominic is going to get a stern talking to by Joe. We know that's happening.
I actually didn't mind that. I love the shot of Joe like chasing him down. I thought it made Samoa Joe look like a fucking beast. So
yeah,
that's
true.
That was good.
Okay, great, wonderful.
But yeah, we have Raw Stars kicking off SmackDown, and the crowd booed the Wildcard thing and went silent for AJ's promo until he started doing his rah-rah AJ shit.
Yeah, of course.
Which the crowd is going to do anyways, but it just shows you that even the crowd, which is full of kids and like people who just want to cheer everything about their favorites, know that this is a crock of shit and don't understand it.
We didn't even get to the part that I know that I'm not excited to talk about, but I think it's ridiculous, is Uzi Hot. We're going to talk about that? We're going to talk about that? Because I think that's ridiculous.
I'm trying to avoid that.
No, we cannot avoid it any longer. You heard Icy Hot, now here's Uzi Hot. Now look, everybody involved, the Usos as well as the Revival, did the best they could with what they were handed.
The Revival, like Scott Dawson selling that shit, like
the dog rugging their fucking nuggets on the floor.
What do you get for acting? Give them that.
It's an Oscar.
Yeah, give him an Oscar, give him a Grammy, give him a Golden Globe, give him an Emmy, give him fucking everything because that was well done. And the Usos even for their part was fine. But why the fuck are we taking 2 of the best tag teams you have in the company, 2 of the best, like 4 of the best wrestlers you have in the company? Why you don't need to add this element? You don't need this element for this to be fucking incredible. This is what people have been waiting for since the Revival got called up, is a feud between the Usos and the Revival. It doesn't need to be for a title because it's that good. Why are you doing this? But like all 4 of these guys are taking with it and running with it. So like I'm watching, I'm like, this fucking sucks. But I'm like slightly entertained because I'm like, they're doing a good job. But at the same time, like it's just, oh my God.
They're trying awfully hard to put the
man.
E in WWE with this. And it's just, again,
they're putting the F back in it because that's the fucking grade they get.
I look at it this way. If I was, I don't have all the answers, and I clearly don't. I mean, I've banged my head up against the wall in many meetings.
We don't get paid to have tons of money to have answers.
We don't. But I mean, I work in creative with a bunch of different wrestling promotions, and I sit there banging my head against the wall. Some of the stupid shit gets said. But I will say this. This is my line in the sand when I think about creating something in general. If you had to explain to your friend why you watch wrestling, you would not show them this segment. You wouldn't. Yeah. You would not. You'd be like, Icy Hot. First off, you shouldn't be putting Icy Hot on your body in general, let alone the fact that you rubbed it on your tights, which, again, here's the other kicker where literally and again, maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm not.
Well,
but
I've put Icy Hot on my body before and accidentally cross-contaminated in that area, and it is not pleasant.
No, and that's fine.
No, I'm just saying, so, like, what they did is very believable, but it's just like, oh, my...
It's bad. But here's the other thing.
You shouldn't put... it's not here, but it's... it's real.
But no, and I understand that. But here's the other thing, too, that really drives me up a fucking wall, is that they got to the fucking ramp, and they give them water, and they pour the water on their nutsacks, which, again, I get.
It made me laugh. It was like, what the fuck?
Right. It made no sense, but it just made them, I feel like I was listening or watching some type of Looney Tune cartoon. But here's the other thing. Then the Usos go and say, no, we wanted you to drink it. So here's the logic, very quickly. They said that Usi Hot is activated by sweat. You know how you get more sweat? Drinking more water. Putting more water in your body so you can have more sweat. So whether you put it on your nutsack or whether you drank it, it doesn't matter. You'd still sweat more. So the logic does not make sense. It does not make any sense whatsoever.
But that's what people do. It's just like when you eat spicy food, drinking water actually makes it worse. You need alcohol or milk because it stops it.
But I mean,
but when you're doing something hot, you need some. You want water.
Yeah, but the thing is, it doesn't make any sense.
Not everyone's a scientist.
But it's just like all these. I'm watching it, going, God damn it, this is so bad. To me, this might be the worst segment of the month. So far, might be the worst segment of the year. If
the wild card stuff didn't happen this week, I'd be with you. But honestly, in terms of my pecking order of at least. I'm just at a loss.
Chalk this entire week up to a miss. But that's why you're listening to this program, because we're trying to entertain you with this bullshit. But it is what it is, man. I
think we'd be better off if we just put Icy Hot in our balls and try to talk. It'd be more entertaining than watching this shit this week.
It is what it is.
Yep.
Moving on. Anything else that makes you very upset?
Well, the only other thing was Kofi and AJ was incredible, but him defending against AJ just didn't
make any sense?
Yeah. And Sami Zayn's great too, but it's just, what are we doing? What are we doing?
Well, that's the thing. It's just AJ Styles wanted to talk about how he already did everything on SmackDown, and then he flash forward, go over to SmackDown to try to get the championship. Doesn't make any sense to me. Where I'm looking at it, going, you just spent last week telling me, man, how important it is to do something on Raw, and then you're on SmackDown because the other guys invaded on Monday. What are we doing?
Well, did you like Michael Cole? Monday Night Yard.
He said that? Yeah. I didn't even hear that.
That's so fucking rad.
I did not. I'm so glad I did not hear that.
He just yelled it instead of yelling the big dog. He was like, "It's now Monday Night Yard."
Oh, God damn it! How hokey could you be?
He's just really sad that he can't yell it's boss time, so he's just trying to find new shit.
Ugh. You know what it is? Here's the thing. When one of the best pieces of advice I got from running shows was, don't start your fucking wrestling show with a fucking promo. But they do it. They do it every
I think it's
goddamn
okay
week.
to do it sometimes. If on Sunday someone has a big win and you want them to kick off and a thing, that's fine. But doing it every week when it's the same old shit, it's start off with a hot match.
Yeah, exactly.
WCW starting off with the cruiserweight.
Exactly.
It was fucking great. Got the crowd all hot and bothered. It's whoa, yeah, let's go. Woo, flippy dippies, woo.
Flippy dip.
Give me the flippy dips. Maybe you know what they did because I might actually watch 205 Live this week because
the Joe Stopper
Kanellis Tozawa was getting rave reviews, and Joe, I just saw it. Danny just posted.
Yeah.
The Joe Stopper's Cruiserweight Report is up on jobberknocker.com, so read it right now.
Give him a follow.
Why not kick off Raw with something like that?
Yeah.
Because that match seemed like it was super hot fire.
Boop, boop,
you know how many times I've seen Mike Kanellis wrestle in WWE?
Twice.
I don't even know if I've seen that. He wrestled once on
He's
SmackDown.
a very good wrestler.
He is.
Very good wrestler.
But you don't realize that because you don't...
We don't see it.
And we know Tozawa can go. He's had good, he's just, so even if it doesn't have to be those two specific guys. The reason why I use Cedric Alexander is because he's that type of guy that gets the crowd. Apollo Crews is like that too. It doesn't have to be a cruiserweight. Mm-hmm. It's just someone who goes out there and gets you hot. That's kind of how Kofi was before he became main event. Just start us off with something hot, something good, something quick, something fast paced that gets you going. It gets the crowd into it. And then you can bring out the other stuff and they're already hot for the night.
It's hard for me to look at it and go, what, I know they're going to sit there going, character development. We have to show you what this show is.
But they don't develop characters.
No, I know that. I'm getting to it. I'm just saying, why would anybody put over anything in this point where they're going, here's some hard-earned money that I'm going to spend and put a ticket out for the WWE, whether it's SmackDown or Raw. And I'm sitting there, and I'm waiting for the show to start. There used to be pyro to get you hyped up or whatever, which doesn't happen anymore. But now you're getting to a point, you're like, yeah, edge of my sheet. My sheet.
Edge of your sheets.
I'm so tired.
You're edging in the sheets.
Yeah, exactly. I am so tired. Yikes. I did not sleep well. I'm on the edge of my seat, and out comes a promo. No, I just want to see violence.
When you said something there, I saw this on Twitter today. There was a fan who was trying to figure out if they wanted to buy tickets to Raw or SmackDown.
Yeah.
They bought a ticket to Raw. Or no, they bought a ticket to SmackDown because they wanted to see Roman Reigns.
Sure.
So they didn't buy it for Raw because they're like, he's not on Raw anymore. So Roman Reigns is on Raw. Then he's not on his show on SmackDown. So the person who bought the ticket felt duped. It's just that's an extra level thing. And then of course now we last night during SmackDown the hashtag Give Women a Chance thing came back in full force because this week it's true it was a fucking joke. Like Lacey squashed someone on Raw, then that was the tag team match on SmackDown was like legit like 5 minutes, and then like Charlotte and Bayley got taken out of the match after they were advertised. Two of people's favorites by the way, and then just weren't there at all, and there was no explanation. Like it. Like what? So your solution is that, like, oh, our ratings are low, just take the woman off. It's like you do realize you're ostracizing a whole other fan base. People that you gained because of this, you're losing again. It's just.
It's a bad week, folks.
It's
a bad week.
It is pathetic.
Anything else?
I don't care. I don't.
All right. Well, I'm trying to look at the rest of my notes. I don't think there's anything else really that we can get on. I mean, we've talked about pretty much anything. I thought it was interesting very quickly that Seth Rollins started doing the Dean Ambrose elbow off the top. That was interesting to me.
Oh, I fast-forwarded that. I have no idea.
Yep. And listen, The Miz, I'll give him credit for shooting the Miz thing.
Great.
Was fine. But the brawling to me just seems so potato heavy. I was
honestly,
just like,
you ready for this? I think it is more important for you as a wrestling fan to watch the half hour of Mrs. Mrs. than any of Raw and SmackDown. That show is fucking electric. Those two are two of the most fucking entertaining people ever. Oh my God, whoever writes for that show and then just them, like it is fucking next level good.
It puts
level good.
It puts the Miz over more than those other segments.
Oh my God, it's so good. Like, oh my God, it's just I don't want to spoil last night's episode, but it was fucking amazing, amazing, must see TV.
Yeah. I don't think there's anything else to say. So let's get into our hope.
Glorious.
You want me to go first?
If you're ready.
Okay, here's my hope.
Oh, you came up with one.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I have it ready. Are you sitting down?
No. I'm leaning back. I lean back.
Don't lean too far back, Fat JC. Look, here's my hope. Plain and simple, Josh isn't even going to pay attention to this. The winner of the Miss Money in the Bank match is going to be Mandy Rose.
Hashtag JC knows. Hashtag JC hopes come true. You just want me to say hashtag Nestle knows.
Hashtag Nestle knows.
I said it.
There it is. No, the reason I thought about this week, I went and thought about all the 8 women in this matchup. And I thought to myself, the only one that makes sense is Mandy in the Bank. I don't like that I like this. I'm kicking it and screaming, but I'm in. I'm in. But here's the other thing, too. Here's my hope. I'm praying that this is what we're getting, is that we have a Cody Rhodes Sandow feud with Sonya. Where
they actually pay it off correctly?
Pay it off.
Yeah.
And that we get to a point even if Mandy wins and doesn't cash in and Sonya gets it or whatever, they trade it for a while, at least it's something where it's like, yeah, when you win, I'm your first opponent.
That's the thing. If Mandy wins, maybe Sonya turns right away. Something
exactly.
Like that.
Something.
It's
but it's just it's enough to go, listen, you can put a rose on the briefcase, you can do the whole bit, whatever you want to do. Just whatever. Or have Sonya beat her. I don't care. But I was just thinking about it. I'm like, Ember would be great. There's no story. Bayley would be great unless Sasha comes in and kicks her ass afterwards. There's really no story. It's just there's so many things I'm looking at it. Like, Natty, I don't care. Dana will give Dana a chance.
No.
Hashtag give Dana a chance. Which, again, when she wins, you guys are all going to fucking kill me. But it's just
She's got a good outfit on Monday. I'll give her that.
She had a spark plug shirt for sure. I was just like, there's Dana Browsers right there. Brought to you by Browsers. Look, it's just but I'm looking at Alexa Bliss. She's already done that last year or 2 years ago. I'm like, who cares? I don't want to see people repeat in these things. It's just so stupid. I'm looking at it going, Mandy's the only one.
Build new stars.
Mandy's the only one. She is. She's the only one that makes sense.
She's God's greatest creation. So yeah.
Shut up, Saxton. All right, so that's my thing. I want to see a feud built on this case and go all the way to whatever. I just want it to go out and do something fun. That's what I want.
Detective Nestle is on the case, literally.
Literally on the case.
He's all in on the shine. Oh, God, that makes me happy. You're making me feel hopeful and better about the future. But my hope is that we have some resolution on this nonsense by next week. Either you get rid of the wild card rule like you did with Viking Raiders, you throw it out, or you just fucking be like, you know what? We're ending the brand split. Make a decision. This convoluted shit, don't hold us over the fire. Either throw us in or pull us out. Don't leave us dangling. I don't want to be here staring at fiery flames all day. That's my job. I give the flames. I don't go into the flames.
Into the fire.
So yeah, my hope is very simple. It's like, give us resolution, because this is always one of the hardest times of year for them, because obviously post WrestleMania, people like want a break or whatever, but it's also like the most exciting time for true wrestling fans, because it's like that it's time to usher in the new wave. Like, you have new people coming in, as people you haven't seen in a while, and we had that for like a week and a half, and then literally just like snap. It was like fucking Thanos. It's all gone.
I still haven't seen the last 2 movies. Please don't give me anything, all right? I'm behind.
Wow, you're really behind.
How was Endgame without spoiling it? Was it good?
I
Did you
really
cry?
liked it.
Did you cry?
I
Ray teared up a little bit.
Oh, I mean, I'm an emotional dude. I can be emotional, and I felt it, even for characters that I'm not really fans of, that I'm indifferent towards. So yeah, no, it was good. There are a couple like little things I didn't love, but like overall, I'd give it a 9 out of 10.
Nice.
I think you should definitely see it. Infinity War was great too, so you should definitely see that.
I should watch Infinity War. I know. It's just they're so long, and I don't know if I can.
Infinity
do
War's
that.
on fucking Netflix, dude. Do it.
It's a 2-parter for me, most likely. But
That's fine. Do it. Suck it up.
Anyway,
you don't sleep anyways.
It's
Team
true.
No sleep, bro. Just
I am.
watch it.
I am struggling right now.
Instead
I can barely
of
get
watching
words
Raw
out of my
next
mouth.
week, watch Infinity War, because you won't have to fast forward it. You'll actually get a full 3 hours of enjoyment.
I'm so tired. I can't even talk. All right, look. There's so much more that we could talk about, but I'm going to give my comeback this week. You ready for this? My comeback is going to be to Daniel Bryan and Rowan.
The Planet's Tag Team Champions.
The Planet's Tag Team Champions.
Great end result.
Yes. The match was great in general. Didn't make any sense convoluted-wise. Just kind of all over the place. Bing, bang, boom, pinball style. There it is, tilt and all that stuff. But it's just, I was excited to go. They gave a list of all these things, but it is what it is. It is what it is, and...
Did you see the .com exclusive Daniel Bryan's promo?
No.
Fucking super hot fire. Good. It's good. Like, this was a good decision. It was just, they didn't, like, it's one of those things, it's like, they have the right idea. They just have no fucking idea how to make it on television.
Sure.
It's like, literally, like, we know how, it's like a story. We know how it's going to end, but we don't know how to get there. Well, then your story sucks.
Yeah.
And the ending, we're not going to feel it.
I don't disagree with you, but there was something about Daniel Bryan where I was like, they gave a list of all these people they thought they were going to give the championships to. Yeah. That wasn't even one of the ones that I expected.
I saw some people suggesting it. I was like, that actually wouldn't be a bad idea, but like, it needs to make sense.
I wasn't mad by it. I was pleasantly surprised because it didn't come to my head, my forefront of my brain, my cerebral cortex, but it's just like, I just was so excited by the fact of like, great. Like, their heels, they were going to be awarded. I was excited that the Usos came in, put them over. That was great. As we already talked about, the match was fine. And I appreciated the whole presentation of it. It was great. Even the backstage segment with Heavy Machinery was like, we got to get new tag team titles.
Hey, look,
I'm all for that. Yeah.
Look at that.
I'm all for it. It makes perfect sense. But here's the thing. Daniel Bryan can do no wrong. The man was a tag team specialist to begin with. I mean, he's literally trading in hugging it out with Kane to being a tree hugger. Like, he is absolutely doing it on so many levels.
Are you calling Rowan a tree?
He is literally trading in the big red machine for the big red wood. Like, he is...
I like that!
Yes, I am all in on this. I'm thinking to myself, you know what? Give him paper championships. It would be hilarious.
Well, that's what the promo was about, because the interviewer was like, hey, how do you feel about that leather on your shoulder?
Yeah.
He was like, how dare you? It was so good.
I don't care. Like, give him... I don't care if the actual metals are recyclables. Like, I don't care if it's crushed cans. I don't care what it is.
Oh, they will.
Just do it. Like, let's do this, And... clearly, they weren't ready for it, so they may not be ready. But it's just like
they'll have them next week.
It's no, they don't. Belts don't come out of thin air. Josh.
They already have the fucking prototype with the fucking WWE Championship one. They're just gonna make that with the tag titles. They're doing it. That's literally what the entire promo was about.
It's gonna be UFC style. Everybody gets a big WWE logo. Yeah. It is what it is. So there you go. My comeback. Tree Huggers Anonymous.
My comeback goes to. He goes hard, Mustafa Ali.
Stop. He
Mustafa
has one name.
Ali.
One name.
Mustafa Ali. Mustafa Ali. No, here's why he gets my comeback. Because this is one of the things this week that, like, it made sense. First of all, he was on his right show.
Yep.
Second of all, he's a young budding star that you give him the entrance before the break. So it's like, okay, we're feeling it. But then they come back and they did the thing that he's done the best in his career in WWE is those promos outside on like the phones. He had it where it's like the light in the background. It's a cool visual look. It's different from what everyone does. It's him. It fits him. It's letting us into him, his character. It's developing him. And yeah, I guess the match was short, but Mustafa Andrade is a match that we'd see a million times. So I didn't mind because I'm like, this is a good way to have Orton come in. Everything about this made sense, and it was something that it just, in a week where everything was convoluted bullshit, this wasn't, and it was highlighting a young star that this is how you build people. Mm-hmm. Like, it doesn't just happen. And that's what WWE's problem is like, why don't these things just happen? Like, how come we don't have a star? I don't understand. Like, no one's watching. We don't have star power. It's like, yeah, because you don't know how to fucking make them. But this is how you make them. So that's why for this, in a week of shit, this gets my comeback. Ali, big star potential. Promo, match, didn't take a long time. Everything about it made sense. So whoever wrote that segment gets my comeback with it because you, sir, know what the fuck you're doing.
I actually had in my notes that I enjoyed the movie promo kind of thing. I thought that it was great. I thought that he talked about Money in the Bank the whole time, about his opportunity getting ripped away, where, again, that makes sense to me.
Exactly.
Money in the Bank, I'm going to redo or undo what was done to me. Like
him and McIntyre's promos about it have been what Money in the Bank is about.
Sure, absolutely. But I wish that, like, so Finn Two Belts doesn't make any sense to me when he was in, like, I'm in Ireland. It's like, people want to see Finn Balor. You know, so it's like he's sitting there in Ireland going, Finn Two Belt sounds good to me. It's like, you don't have a reason to fucking be in Money in the Bank. Like, just like, at least Baron Corbin has a reason to be in Money in the Bank, right? So it's just like, I'm getting to a point where I'm like, all right, this is the big finish in general, but I'm like, we're in the finish, and I'm just wondering now, how many guys or girls are you actually thinking to yourself, like, either you want to see them win or they have a reason to win? Like
Mandy, Corbin,
Drew,
I'd
Ali.
like to see the Miz beat Shane. I root for Andrade. I'll always root for Orton. So that's the thing is, like, they have pieces. They just don't use them. Like, generally, like, this was such an awesome week for Kofi. But for me, it was just, I didn't get to enjoy it like I should have because it was just such a crock of shit the way they did it all. It was also an exciting week for Sami Zayn. First time he's been in the ring, and it was fucking electric. The Usos match was fucking electric. But God, it's just like, it was all overshadowed by this fucking crock of shit. A shit show.
All right, so next week, what are we hoping for? Like, are we hoping that, like...
I told you,
No, I know, but I'm just thinking, like, so next week we don't have anything advertised. There's no, like, there's plot holes. We know that we got a week out from Money in the Bank, essentially. This is the go-home edition of SmackDown and Raw with Wildcard going into Money in the Bank.
They don't know. They don't know. They'll figure it out Friday night, put out some matches Saturday, then change them when they get to the shows because they change their mind again.
If you're still listening, by the way, very quick shout out. Go to WWE's Twitter or Facebook and check out the mockumentary, the 7 to 10 minute documentary of Greg Hamilton, the ring announcer, talking about how he's the best in the world. It had a little bit of Spinal Tap. It had a little bit of everything, maybe a little bit of The Office. It was just like everything was great about it, and I appreciated that there was a little bit of character development there, as well as the fact that the people that he interacted with didn't want anything to do with him. I appreciated that Shinsuke totally just like smiled at him and was like, this motherfucker, right? He needs to get away. Everybody was like, Finn even gave him a comment like, oh, you got your own TV show? We're really scraping the bottom of the barrel. Like, just so many things where they just shit on him the entire time. And his just out of character this entire way through that this like little mockumentary. If you want something good to watch where you just want to be laughed at or you just want to have a good time with it, it's just he's doing great. I want more of these kind of things. I hope they keep following him around or they do different things because I literally was like, this thing is 10 minutes. How could this thing be 10 minutes?
The best things they put out is on fucking the internet.
The digital team on WWE is so much better than anything else. Yep. It is unbelievable, the content they put out. It's unbelievable. Go back and check that shit out because it is worth it. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. Anything else?
No.
Wow, you're metting the rest of
this week med the fuck out of me.
We got next week, though. We got something to look forward to. I mean, literally, we get to do Money in the Bank predictions. That's fun. I'm excited for that. I mean, it's Money in the Bank, guys. They're going to drag us through the mud, but then we're going to get a car wreck. We're going to get one. So we're going to get two, actually.
I love ladder matches.
You're going to have to deal
with
steel cage.
And I'm excited for Lacey Becky.
Yeah.
AJ Seth will be a good match.
Yeah.
Kofi
and Kevin will be all right.
Kevin, I completely forgot. This convoluted, I'm forgetting what the actual feud is.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
That's the problem is, like, I can't. And we're people who, like, literally, like, we have to, like, study this shit.
Sure.
We have to come on and talk about it, so we have to pay attention.
Yeah.
So imagine if you're just a casual, like, you can't follow what's going on.
Uh-huh.
That's the problem. I can't follow what the fuck is going on.
It's bad.
Because they don't know what the fuck they're doing, and it's translating.
This is the call.
Hey, the club was on TV this week. They didn't do anything. Right? They were in the background, like going, yeah.
Yeah, well, Uzi Hot was taking place, so
already in the ring, Revival and the club. And there isn't even a match. We're going to talk about fucking sticking Icy Hot on our penises.
Hey, it could have been in the crack, too. We don't know. If it's in the crack is much worse. Maybe.
I was going to say, you said you never
tried it. Out of everywhere, whether it is back, middle, or front.
The tip of my penis, I would not
Jesus,
want it
let's
on.
not get there. I was just going to say, I was trying to be judicial about it, and you went right for the jugular.
Right, the tip of my Johnson member. The member of House Johnson.
Okay, I was going to say the member of your Dwayne The Rock Johnson. There you go. That's fine. Okay, got it. Don't put it on
I was
there.
going to make a joke, but I'm not.
I once had one of the guys.
Use your imagination.
One of the guys that trained me one time told me this hilarious story where he was trying to have sex with his wife in the dark, and he thought he had KY jelly on the nightstand. So he put it on, but he ended up putting Icy Hot on instead. No,
it's
and
not.
He's like, I was screaming for the rest of the night because how bad it was. So yes, the Uzi Hot's a real thing, folks. Anyway, let's just get over with this entire week. Let's just wash our hands of this. Let's talk about it. Let's cleanse the palate.
Gonna have to wash more than our hands.
Okay, let's have an entire body cleanse. Let's have a juice cleanse, whatever we need to, and let's just wipe this entire slate clean. Next week is a different week, and we will be excited. So now it is time to socialize the motherfucking pod, please.
Jobberknocker.com. That is the website where we put out the most elite of the elite shit. Right now, the Joe Stoppers Cruiserweight Report is live tomorrow. Or is it tomorrow? Yeah, tomorrow.
It'll be
so
right
Thursday. NXT and NXT UK will be up there. But yeah, great website. Pro Wrestling Tees. Buy the shirts. We're twinsies today.
Twinsies.
If you go to our Instagram.
Didn't even plan it.
At Jobberknocker on Instagram, you'll see the side-by-side that we're both wearing the Jobberknocker hats and the Monday Night Rerun shirts because honestly, it was pretty fitting this week.
It was.
It's usually when I feel negative about the company, I wear this shirt. But yeah, so now I've gone way out of order. But also there's a Super Hot Fire and the Jobberknocker shirt. Buy them all. They're great. They're awesome. Fantastic. You're actually wearing the lawn sleeve. I'm wearing a t-shirt. So all different types. Yeah. But also, if you listen to this on iTunes, seriously, give us 5 stars, 5 flames. It helps us out a lot. It lets us know that we're actually doing a half-decent job. So we appreciate that. But also Podomatic, Stitcher, I'm way off. Spotify. It's archived on YouTube, Podbean, everywhere you want to be on podcasts.
Wow, you don't even care.
Facebook Jobberknocker, Twitter at Jobberknocker, at Nestlemania, at JC of the JK, at DQ of the JK, at Ray of the JK, at Billy D2411, at Joe Pollock 47, at TJ of the JK, and at the Real Deal B Cox. Whew! I need some positive on Twitter, people. Let's have some conversations because I enjoy that. I enjoy interacting with the people. I know you do too.
I do as well. Yeah.
It's
Jobber Wednesday, baby.
It's crazy that we've gotten to a world where you tweet way more than I tweet.
I know.
But sometimes I just need to get off to because Twitter's such a cesspool, man. But it can be great too. So remind me how great it is. But yeah, we enjoy that. So yeah, hopefully next week's better and we get some answers and Money in the Bank is super hot fire and a lot more Mandy and Baron and a lot less of things that suck. That'd be cool.
On that note, thank you for listening to the Jobberknocker. We'll be back next week with more Jobberknockery.
Oh yeah.